think we should forget the social model of disability and just start using the holistic model. Can you describe to me in 3 sentences or less what the holistic model is? See, what makes the social model so effective as a disability rights movement tool is that its basic principle can be explained in 1 sentence, and then you can expand on it from there. The holistic model currently is like 10 pages of really great thoughts and ideas that all make sense, but they're presented in a way that requires some deep digging to kind of get a grasp on it. As an ADHD autistic, even though I had hyperfixation and a passion for learning about it, I had to reread the full holistic model document 5 times to feel I got a decent grasp on it. And I still can't explain to you what the holistic model is from memory. That's not an effective tool. The analogy guy couldn't think of an analogy to explain it? I can think of 100 different analogies to explain all the different facets of it, but no unifying analogy. So what do you propose? I don't know. I'm just some disabled yahoo imperfectly trying to make a difference. I don't want to claim I speak on behalf of the disabled community. I'm not the authority here. Okay, but can you share some ideas on how you might think it could be improved? I personally just want something that can be easy to explain, like the social model, with the expansion of ideas that are in the holistic model. And in my mind, those 2 models are built on the same root philosophies, just presented in different ways. You should invent your own model. Well, I don't call it the social media model of disability. The hurdles we have right now is every new model that's introduced that doesn't propose an entirely new philosophy takes momentum from the progress that the past models have made. So I don't want to introduce my own, especially when we already have 2 models so similar to each other. In fact, there are dozens and dozens of models of disability, a fair number of which are just slight variations of either the medical model or slight variations of the social model. And it should be noted that no model of disability has ever intended to be the end-all be-all model that addresses every facet of disability. But there's so many models with just slight variations on the social model that I think we kind of need to pick one and go with it. And you think it should be the social model? The benefit to using the social model and just simply updating it is that it's already been long established. The drawback to updating the social model is that it's already been long established and people have a mental canon of it along with misconceptions. So what about updating the holistic model? Well, the social model has kind of become a publicly owned idea. It doesn't seem to belong to any person or organization that I can tell. The holistic model has been presented by one person, and it's not my place to tell them what to do with it. Maybe just share your thoughts? All right, but on the caveat that you recognize that I'm just some rando on the internet. Personally, overall, I would just like to see a bit more bullet-pointed and focused presentation, but most importantly, I need to be able to explain its core philosophical foundation in 1 to 3 sentences. And I'm just spitballing here, this could definitely use some refining. 1, that everyone has the same inherent value regardless of ability or disability. 2, that there are 2 sources of disability. 1 is the person's own disability, and the other is external factors like ableism and a lack of access and accommodations that societally disable the person. And then the 3rd principle is a combination of the first 2, that disabled people have the right to accommodation, accessibility, and equitable treatment in all aspects of society, included but not limited to social, political, financial, medical, and personal. It's kind of long yet, but still relatively easy to understand. Yeah, and then each core principle can have a bullet list of the tenets under that principle that the holistic model already goes into detail about. So like what? So like that a person can be disabled only by their own disability, or only by society's ableism, or by an infinite combination and variation of both. Wait, how can you not have a disability but still be disabled by society? So let's say you have a birth defect that doesn't impede you in any way. It doesn't cause you any medical issues or discomfort, but people in society treat you differently.
So just a societal disability.
Yeah, so those kinds of nuances could be explored in the bullet points, making the holistic model truly holistic and inclusive of everyone while also being easy to present.
Do you have any critiques of the holistic model?
I have one minor one. There's a section on quack and harmful treatments, and where I absolutely agree that these treatments are major issues that need addressed. I would add a caveat that a disabled person has the right to choose their treatments, even if they're labeled quack or harmful. We shouldn't say, no, you can't do a treatment that you find works for you.
Yeah, keeping disabled people's autonomy is important. So where do we go from here?
I don't know. I basically see my videos as an ongoing conversation. So let's keep talking.